Hello there, beautiful Virgo energies. Welcome to my tarot deck. I'm hoping all is well and good with you. Thank you for joining me today. This will be a love reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising energies. This love reading, we're going to see what's going on in general, all right? Your love status, your feelings about the status, what your heart desires, things like that, where the person you're thinking about will show up in the second row, and then the last row will be about what do we need to grow from this, heal from this, learn from this. Where is this relationship headed in general, in the future? Also, what can I do to better myself for this situation? So should I walk away, shut it off? All these questions are the premise of this reading. So the reason I'm explaining all this is I'm going to be doing a no contact slash ghosting reading. I haven't done that, I think, in like 2 months, since Halloween maybe. So I'm gonna that will, if your situation is specific to those, then that reading will probably give you higher purpose as well, or better direction. But this is just more like an overall love relationship check-in. Okay, so let me see here what's going on and pull some cards. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for everyone that's returning subscriber. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. All right, so appreciate y'all so much for supporting the channel. You can continue to do so by liking these videos, subscribing, hitting the notification bell. Would love to have you come back so you can come check out other readings. I have been doing a better job at posting weekly since it's been a little quieter these days, which is good. And I am recovering. I think I'm at 98% recovery from the flu from November. So things are improving, thankfully, and very thankful. So let's go ahead and tap in and see, first of all, what's showing up for the overall energy. We got the Lovers. What? I was trying to adjust the lighting, but I guess it's the sun wants to do what the sun wants to do. It shouldn't be a major distraction, but I'm just not going to keep changing the color, like the actual settings of my camera. So I'll just leave it alone, and then we'll just flow with whatever the lighting looks like in the next hour. All right, so like I said, with the Lovers card showing up here for you and them as an energy, Virgo, there's just something here where it's like a duality taking place. All right, so for a lot of you, this is like a time where you're looking at what you want in love, or where your crossroads are, or if there's just like any kind of anything tangible with the person that you're thinking about. And there could be something here, like a connection that's kind of like unavoidable. Okay, so you could be dealing with a karmic, you could be in a soulmate energy. Okay, you could be going through a karmic lesson, and this is your teacher, or you could be a teacher to them. Okay, but this is the energy that we're pulling up on right now. I do feel like, you know, there's an approach here to love, okay, that's kind of focusing more on freedom, our individuality, maybe sometimes even just detaching. So that energy is also coming up, which can make things challenging for like people that are traditional relationship people, like, I guess, you know. But it does feel like there's a form of like breaking the traditions, but nothing bad. It's just that feels like there could be like some sort of a either a block or a runner chaser, something where you know, the desire to have, or the need to actually have decisions or to take a path is like important, okay, when it comes to love, like the next step. Okay, it does feel like there could be some struggles here for growth in the relationship. That could be for many reasons, could be just stale as of right now. All right, so this card brings you to the Two of Swords, and I feel like there's a theme here that's being focused on maybe making a choice, or somebody struggles in making decisions when it comes to love. All right, and there could be some struggles where also maybe kind of blockages come with those struggles, like blocking emotions, putting up, you know, emotional walls, making things a little difficult. Things could be at a stalemate for you and this person right now. Broadly speaking, your current state could be more in a back and forth. All right, and so like a decision is important. Somebody could be also in denial and avoidance about making the right decision for what is necessary for love. So whether the denial is their need for you and their love for you, or the denial is, you know, you need them or they need you or something like that, whatever it is, it's being kind of it's not being addressed. So it's kind of like, or if it's being addressed, it's not being acted on, I should say. So it's being thought about. All right, my cat is giving me the biggest anxiety. All right, because one touch of that keyboard and the whole recording will stop. I have like, yeah, there you go. My gosh, I love you guys. All right, so yeah, there's a balance here that's popping up for what's important for love versus personal freedom, and I feel like somebody's really fighting for that. All right, the Two of Swords is a Libra energy, and it feels like you might be the one not making a choice of which direction to take. Maybe you just don't want conflict, or maybe just because of the unknown, so you don't know. Like, so, like if you don't have, for example, I want to say a roadmap, but if you don't have like an idea or a plan just yet, like you're not going to act on something just to act on it either. All right, so that's kind of showing up a little bit for you. And you could be in a place right now where you're also blocking your emotions, shutting down emotionally to protect yourself, to guard yourself from whatever's going on right now that's bringing about pain to your heart, or or it could be causing you to kind of shut down as a Virgo, withhold, withdraw, and overthink or isolate, so you could be kind of pulling into that energy a little bit. For the Four of Pentacles here in the reverse, this is a question where I say, what does your heart truly desire here at this moment? Okay, so I feel like maybe, some of you want to kind of be released from certain grips here, whether it's fear of losing this person, fear of loss in general. I feel like, your desire is to let go. Okay, let go of the things that you cannot control. Not just let go of control, but let go of the things you cannot control. All right, and I feel like you want to be able to seek the freedoms that make you happy. Like you may be confined in this relationship, in this situation. Overall, I feel like this is a Capricorn energy, so like a little bit of discipline and structure is lacking here. So there's a little bit of an emotional struggle in that sense. Okay, so feeling vulnerable. All right, and so you could be feeling vulnerable due to past experiences, betrayal, or pain. Or you're really in a place right now where your desire is to kind of not cause anybody pain, but also you don't want to be betrayed, or you don't want to be playing the game where somebody is accusing you of things. Okay, because it's like your emotions are more connected to stability, and more like kind of dealing with your emotions or facing them, and overcoming whatever barriers and walls are in your way right now. Okay, or you might be putting up for yourself. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune for what do you need to know about the status of things? There's room for growth. There's an opportunity for growth. There's a desire for growth here, but it's a period where something is like hitting a bump, okay, or like a roadblock, and that's probably because we have walls up here, walls of emotions, emotional barriers going up. So it does feel like, I don't know, it feels like there's like not barrier, but feels like you're working against the current. Okay, so it kind of feels like there isn't really a current solution for anything really, but more like kind of dealing with the resistance of things. Okay, so there could be like a cycle here where like we're going through a loop and having to just kind of get off the hamster wheel and say, no, this is not the loop I want to be on. I want a different wheel, different color. I want to change things up, and I don't want to get stuck. All right, so there could be feelings here that things are again out of control, or there could be like outside forces here kind of playing with the relationship's direction, or have an influence on the direction that you want with this person. Again, this is a person you are thinking about. They could be thinking about you, but it's the person that you're calling in for this reading. Okay, so there could be disruptions. Okay, influences, interferences here. All right, could be a lot of avoidance. All right. So, and I just feel like it has to do like a lot of with unmet needs. All right, whether emotional, physical, sexual. All right. So kind of like your vision, your idea of how to love or be in a relationship or love something or someone, in this case, this person, and their idea of how it should be is not the same. But y'all love each other. It's just you don't come, which seeing it as a tarot reader or as like an outsider looking in, it's easy to be like, oh, well, it's just because we're different people. But when you're actually in the relationship or in that energy of dealing with all of this, it's not just like, oh, well, we're different people and it's that easy. There's a lot of emotions here in this. Okay, there's just like a lot of emotions. So Virgo, let's go ahead and check in with them here. I have 3 questions, obviously, for them. So we have the 7 of Cups for what their intentions are for you or towards you, regardless of your status. What are the intentions? 7 of Cups. Okay, so there's a lot of choices here for this person. Okay, so a lot of, there's like also, it's not a bad thing, but there's like a lot of unpredictable behavior because we're dealing with a little bit of like options. Okay, and being influenced by options. All right, so there's a lot of possibilities here, and I feel like, you know, this is somebody that broadly speaking might be overwhelmed by the choices that they have in general. Okay, so it's not like they don't have, it's just that they can't make decisions. So it's not like they don't have choices, but they can't state like a decision and stay with it or commit to it. Or, you know, I feel like the choices that they have really more is like more out of like not attached to a current reality, but not like detached from reality. Okay, they're not disillusionists or there's a lot, the illusions in terms of, there's like fantasy feelings. Okay, there's like fantasy energy. There's like the energy of like, you know, in a perfect world, there's like a lot of options here with you, Virgo. There's a lot of opportunities that come through to their mind. Okay, but there's blockages, and so like because there's blockages and concerns with the connections path. Okay, because it does feel like it's on a soulmate path, and we're dealing with some karma and rebalancing of the scales. It does feel like these options that come out can also signify distractions. Okay, so there's issues of distractions here. There's also potential like daydreaming about things and possibilities that are not realistic. So when that shows up, it just puts things in like an escapist, you know, like they're escaping, or the energy is just in a escapist frequency just for now. Because we also have the walking away card, the 8 of Cups. Okay, how they feel for you there, it's the 8 of Cups. They're walking away from something that no longer serves them. All right, so it just feels like, you know, they feel the need to leave something because of the current emotional state, or things on an emotional level are just, you know, empty. They may not be they may be stale, like the stalemate we were talking about earlier. Okay, so and I feel like this is an energy that walked away because there was a sense of unfulfillment. You know, maybe they feel like they were also not fulfilling your needs or desires because of the fact that there could be, you know, on their own path in life looking for more meaningful insight. So it's kind of like that kind of got diluted a little bit here for how much they want to like invest versus how much they want to themselves. All right, so it does feel like this is somebody that did depart the environment for something more meaningful, but you know, at the same time, they're showing up as a runner with options, and they're following their fantasies. They're not really in an associated reality right now where, you know, they could really kind of handle an emotional relationship. They really just can't. All right, they're just not like wired for it. Okay, so I do feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody that perhaps caused some distress, put you in a place where, you know, maybe you had to chase them for a little bit, or you have to like be the person that's like wanting to fix and repair things, you know, wishing things like that, because they're just not in their selfish place, but they're in a place where they're just going after their own desires. All right. The 10 of Cups in the reverse. What challenges are still present in this person towards you or the relationship, or is present for them in general? It's the 10 of Cups. I feel like really quickly, it's kind of like the lack of commitment long term. All right. Well, whatever was meant to be harmonious, happy. Look at all these reverses here. Whatever was meant to be like a life, like a pattern of life, like having life and living out like a soulmate journey, just kind of got diluted down to kind of displaced love, if you will. All right. So I feel like this person may have like a lot of emotional needs that they like to get filled. And so their focus is so much on that and whatever lacks in their life versus like meeting you for your emotional needs. So it's like they kind of are more always into what's better for them and what makes them happy versus like what what the partnership deserves to have. Okay. So yeah, I do feel like, there's an idea of happiness with this person that's not being met. So I feel like this is somebody that did not fulfill their commitment to you at some point, obligation. This could be a bit of marriage, or just like a long-term partnership here. This is the energy that's showing up. All right. So let me see. Oh, I was just wondering here. It just feels like the arcanas here, the love card and the wheel of fortune. Okay, there's like life lessons and karmic ties that we cannot ignore right now. So and then we have the emotional struggles. Okay, so and the need to personally develop past these struggles, because this is not a connection or a situation that has a healing element that will forever be healed and sealed. There's just open things here. There's still open energies. There's a lot of things here with this. This is not somebody that we have, even if we've moved away from, this is the energy that kind of really returns. Okay, so there's a lot of pained experiences here when it came to love. Okay, so a lot of crossroads here for you, for them. What do you want? What are you blocking? What are your emotional boundaries and walls? What are they walking away from? Why are they doing it? What's causing that? How come they're not fulfilled? There's just a lot of like an essence of emptiness here. Okay. So the Queen of Cups for opportunities of growth that are present at this time. All right, so there's a Cancer energy, Cancer emotions, and this reading is filled with emotions and relationship, emotional fulfillment in relationships. So there's an opportunity here to work with your intelligent side, your emotional intelligence. Not just get a grip, but like get a grip in a way that's like beneficial for you. You're full of heart, you're full of love, you're full of compassion, but communicating that is not maybe your best or strongest suit, or it could be your partner's not their best or strongest suit. This could be a Gemini or Cancer. So it does feel like compassion here is, the way forward, being compassionate, being understanding towards either towards yourself for your own well-being, or towards the situation, so that you're allowing some clarity or closure to come from a open space. All right. Because the stability that you're looking for is going to have to come from like within. So there's a lot of healing of past wounds here. There's a lot of opportunities here for you, and this potentially for your person as well. There's a lot of healing of past wounds. Okay, because you're showing up as the Queen of Cups, so you're not at a part where you're trying to the fights are there, or the wounds are actually open. Or the parts where we already acknowledge there's a lot of open things, whether it's wounds or healing or clarity, but we're coming from a very higher, like a way higher, more mature, more sound place. Okay, a place that's just kind of gaining insight. The insight of things is just kind of like, hey, I can do something different for myself right now. That's how I can grow. That's how I can nourish myself. I can nourish myself and nurture myself and the people that are willing to be in my life with kindness and understanding. Okay, so especially if the relationship can't move past, or hasn't moved past any challenges, you can nourish yourself that way. It's a mistake to even think that it can come from somebody else anyway. But if you're not doing it to yourself and nourishing yourself, then you're stuck in that pattern of wondering and kind of casting doubt on your own feelings. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles here. Where is this relationship headed in general? There's a period of like separation, or just kind of standing on your own here, taking, independence, I guess. You're taking your own path, and if your partner is with you, they're with you. If they're not, they're not. All right, you're just kind of getting yourself in a place where you're seeking balance, and even if it means that you're on separate paths or seeing things differently, you're not looking to kind of constantly be in a challenging place when it comes to your romantic feelings towards one another. And I feel like there's just you could be with a partner, or your partner is just a person that maybe they just have a fear of growing old alone, so they're codependent on you for attention or love, or they're codependent on people in general. So they walked away for somebody else that they could become more codependent on. And, you know, maybe you hold this person accountable in the relationship to certain standards, and, you know, they're not in a place where they're like okay with that. It's kind of like they're being, you know, maybe petulant, okay, but it does come across, and by the way, this is Virgo, it's a Virgo card anyway, so you are coming across as self-sufficient here. You're really doing fine alone. It's not like you're stuck, or you're not stuck at all. If anything, you're just kind of like a Virgo, overthinking or ruminating. Thoughts keep coming to the top for you here. Okay, I do feel like, you know, with the Four of Pentacles showing up, there could be some, like, again, some personal growth that you're kind of having to kind of get yourself through. And you might honestly find the freedom that your heart desires after, like, kind of waking up and confirming to yourself that some of these issues up here, the walking away, the options, the playing the game, you know, like not taking a commitment seriously, or pilfering, or could have squandered a serious commitment. You know, it's not yours. It's not your heavyweight. It's not yours. It's too bad. So sad. They missed out, you know. And with the Knight of Cups here, okay, so you know, the Knight of Cups, I mean, it is again, cups, like so many cups. It's a Scorpio Libra energy. There's a sense here where somebody is just kind of acting, again, hard reality here. Okay, so like the reality is not tuned in. They're living in fantasy. So when the harsh reality kicks, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to accept it. All right. In the reversed, okay, something is lacking here. There's a lot of misdirection in terms of action. I feel like this is somebody that's very misdirected, or continuously goes in the wrong direction for what they're looking for and what they want. So, and I feel like rather than focusing on something very genuine and heartfelt, they're kind of looking for, it's almost like they're trying to kind of either, I don't know, I don't want to say get your attention, but it's like, oh, if Virgo doesn't want to be with me, or if me and Virgo are no longer together, this is how I'm doing things. This is how I'm living. This is how I'm interacting. And they're kind of going about it kind of, they're not steady with nobody. All right. They're not steady with no one. A lot of mood swings, a lot of conflicts. Okay. Also, there could have been like a lot of lies here. So it's kind of been a little rough here to kind of feel like you can trust this person. All right. So I feel like, you know, this is a message here to kind of check to see if you, Virgo, if your romantic actions, if you are driven by genuine affection with positive intentions, then you're doing the right thing. Okay. But if it's, you know, if it's not, then we need to escape a reality that it's not good for us. We need to walk away from this. All right. Run away from this reality, because I do feel like we have an escapist anyway, somebody that does not want to be accountable or feel like they're responsible for somebody else's happiness. They're still in search of their own happiness. Okay. All right. So Virgo, this is all I have for now. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Let me know in the comments what's going on. Like the video if you haven't done so yet. Also subscribe. Notification bell for future reminders. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.